Hello and welcome to Great Reviews at All. Today I'm going to be talking about Teen Mom. I am a fan of Teen Mom. I've watched them for several years, fell off, and so now I'm back to it. They have a completely new season that they're doing. So this is called, it's Teen Mom, the next chapter. So it is a blend of Teen Mom OG and Teen Mom 2. So this one it's season one, episode one. Like I said, starting over. Title for this episode is Wishful Thinking. Um, so the way that I'm going to do it, because there are so many of the ladies that are the moms who are in the show that I want, it would be hard to just keep flipping back and forth, back and forth. So I basically, for whoever was in this episode, I wrote their names and then I just jotted down notes of the whatever they talked about in this episode. Now, so they start off at the beginning of the show talking about the mashup of the two shows together to create one whole new thing, which I think was a brilliant freaking idea. Like, hello. They can do so much more with blending both of those two shows together. So I'm very excited to see like what they're gonna do with it. Now we have the girls. They do a Zoom meeting. They're just talking. They're excited. They create a whole little group chat, and so production uses that to kind of show us little clips of them doing like little personal video chats to send to the girls, and you'll see them doing little messages and stuff to each other. I think that's pretty cool. The first mom that they start off with, I'm going to start with her, is Amber. So, Amber, she's had a very rocky road to being recovering addict, and pretty much I know that we're gonna see her on her journey of dealing with trying to get to a good mother-daughter relationship with Leah, and also she has a son with another guy. I'm not too, I don't really know too much about that relationship because, like I said, I fell off from watching Teen Mom OG for a while. Um, but anyway, so Leah, she's open up discussing about Leah. She has an upcoming birthday. So Gary has primary custody of Leah, and he's basically asking her, like, if you're excited for your party, who would you like to have there? So she does say, that she would like for her mom to come. So Amber's going to get the invite for that. Um, Now, of course, Amber, she's excited about it, but she overall said that just with the whole process of um, trying to, work on her relationship with Leah, it's been really tough to, listen to your child when she says, that she just didn't want to be around her mom for a while. She just needed space, and just have to go with it and just continue to just keep working and letting Leah know, like, hey, I'm here. I want to be in your life. I want to have a relationship with you if you let me. I know for Amber's point of view that can't be easy. Uh, so let me see. So Amber, we do get to see her heading to Leah's birthday party. So they had it at a cute little place. Looked like they rented it out. It was so cute, and just a small, intimate thing with just certain people that Leah wanted to be there. Amber arrives. Before Amber got there, she was basically saying that she was really nervous about the whole situation, but of course she's going to show up because she has to, because she wants to. She wants to be there. Overall, you can tell that she was nervous throughout the dinner. She didn't really know what to say or how to act. That's what it came off as. But she stayed with it. Stayed long enough to where at a certain point she did have to leave. She said she had to get up early the next day to go pick up the brother, her son. Now, all in all, Amber was able to get a hug from Leah, which is one of the things she said that she was hoping for. And I know that that made her day. And it was very lovely to see, like she said, she had to back away from Leah because that's what Leah asked for. And then let the relationship slowly get to what Leah is comfortable with, regardless of, as the parent, Amber, of how she feels and what she wants. You have Leah's old enough to be able to speak and voice how she feels. So that was that. So all in all, that was really what was going on with Amber in this episode. Leah did voice that she does want to have some sort of relationship with her mom, and that she's open to that. So that is really good to hear. Don't give up on her. Okay, so the next mom that we have for this episode is Macy. They showed Macy's house. It is so freaking beautiful. It's huge and it's beautiful. It's her, Taylor, and their three kids. Well, Bentley is not Taylor's, but still, he's been there since Bentley was 4 years old, she said. So they have a blended family going on there. Um, Now, she said the biggest thing for them is every all three kids, they are all into activities outside of school. So they have major problems with trying to work out the schedules, who's going to go here, who's going to take this child here, what when they all have games on the same day, what do you do? And then also making time for each other as well, because you have to, especially if they're going to keep their marriage going in a good direction that they want it to be, and just be successful in that as well, and not just parenting, being successful parents or good parents. um, so they were working that out, and they're sitting talking about that schedule. Now they came up with the idea to, and this is where the wishful thinking comes into place, to find days on the calendar that they can set aside and let that be possible date nights for them, just them two. And they said wishful thinking because, as you know, being a parent, your day by day could change at any moment and you never know what could come up. But so that's what they would put on the calendar on whatever day it is that they found, it would say wishful thinking. So they said when it came down to the day for wishful thinking, nothing came up, the schedule was still open, and they were basically saying, they weren't able to get a babysitter. So they were like, Bentley, you're old enough, you're watching the kids, and we're going out to go eat, just the two of us. When I tell you, Bentley was just, he seemed like he was just like, first of all, he didn't believe them when they first said it. Secondly, he was just like not seeming excited that he was in charge. He did not seem like he was into that idea, none whatsoever. I do not blame you, Bentley. Now, Taylor, he went around the house and he put up cameras so that they would be able to see what was going on. Whether it was purposely just to watch the kids or just for safety purposes, I would have done that regardless, because you just want to be as safe as you can and just let them know, hey, I'm watching. In this case, they did not tell them that they were watching. Um, so they put the cameras. Now, they told them that they were leaving to go out to a restaurant for dinner. They actually never left the property, but they went to the garage, had them a nice little setup, some food, just hung out. But they were watching the kids the entire time. Um, Not what I would call a wonderful date night, but for that to be the first time for them to leave Bentley at home with the kids, with his siblings, I think maybe that was a good little test run just to kind of see what that would look like, and just if that would work out or if it's not going to work. Um, well, let's just say from what they were seeing, it just didn't seem like that was going to be the thing, because Bentley knew that they were going to give him a hard time. And I think in their minds, they knew that the younger kids would give Bentley a hard time just because he's older brother, parents not here. I'm going to go crazy and do whatever I want. So they were watching them, and you could tell that I felt like Macy was a little bit more anxious that whole time than Taylor was. But after they finished up, they went on back in, sat down, talked to the kids, and told them, like, hey, you see that over there? That's a camera. We've been watching you the whole time. And she said to their youngest son, you need to apologize to Bentley because you were not being very nice to him, and he did not do anything to you. He was, doing what he was supposed to do. So they made him go apologize. But all in all, I think it kind of seems like that's not going to be the route that they go when they want to have their date nights. They're going to have to find someone to come and watch the kids, because I don't think that's going to work. And she just personally doesn't want Bentley to be in that position and have those kind of being anxious, like, oh God, I gotta watch my siblings, even though it's normal, it really is. But I forget how old Bentley is, but she said clearly he's not that far from 16, but still, eh, it just didn't seem like for them to be able to have a good um, date night that scenario would work for them. I don't think so. But moving along now, we have Brianna. Update on her. So she was still dealing with the lawsuit coming from Kale, which was a bunch of BS, if you ask me. However, it happened. It was happening. It is what it is. Um, and she was just sitting down talking to her friend, just pretty much saying, as mom, I feel like I played two different roles. On the outside, I'm, smiling, acting like nothing's going on, but behind the scenes, I'm a whole other person. There's a whole lot of stress. There's a whole lot of other things going on in real life, and the girls, they have no clue. As the parents, I think that is, you don't want the kids to be worried about certain things that's going on, and because they will. So if you can protect them from certain things that they don't need to know or don't have to be involved in, that's what you should continue doing. um, Now she gets the update from her lawyer that she won the case. The judge went over everything. It was dismissed. Kale is going to have to pay her lawyer fees. Okay, talk about winning. Okay, so she's going to have to pay for that. Now Brianna's there, just even with going through all of that unnecessary stress, that she just wants to throw a party and just have a good, fun time, which is key and a very good way to bring the ladies in and have a group setting. Cameras catch the footage. I mean, just good for TV. So she just invites them and lets them know, hey, I'm throwing a party. Please come if you can. Throughout the episode, she did book an Airbnb, because I was wondering about that, but she booked an Airbnb for the ladies to come to. All throughout that conversation, she's talking to Jade, her best friend, and her sister Brittany is there. So she's talking to them, saying that she does have a relationship with Janelle, a friendship with Janelle, some sort of friendship, and Janelle was interested in coming to the party. Now Jade doesn't seem too excited about that. Apparently online there has been some scenarios where Janelle may feel some type of way because Jay kind of stepped in and took her spot on Teen Mom. And then also Janelle, or even Janelle's husband, had been online talking about Jade and her family and just like making a lot of little ugly comments and things like that. So I don't know. I didn't see all of that. I wasn't following all that. But if that's what Jay said was going on, it's whatever. So she's just basically like, they're like, well, Jade is trying to see if it's going to be an issue. Jay's like, it's not going to be an issue. However, I'm not going to do the fake friendly anything. You're here to support Brianna. I'm here to support Brianna, but I'm not going to be on no fake stuff with you. She wants to just have fun and have a good time, and she ain't trying to be fooling with the mess. It is what it is. It's her prerogative, right? So we're going to see what happens with that. They did not show the party in this episode, so I'm assuming we're going to see what happens with that on the second episode. Now, going over to Jade, I mean, her scene wasn't really a lot. Pretty much we're just getting an update. She has her new shop, or her new workspace where she does her hair. She has her own business. And then you get the update on what's going on with Sean. He seems to still be doing pretty good with his sobriety and everything. And his mental health, and he's been doing good with their daughter. She feels like they're at a space where it's like, okay, we're doing good. Let's work towards the marriage part of the relationship. So if the both of them are on the same page with that, and he feels like he's ready to take that step, and she's ready for it, thumbs up. I mean, so they've been together for several years. I think they said over 7 years or so. So if they feel like they're ready for that, then go ahead and do what you gotta do. So that was all she really had going on. Now, the final teen mom that they showed was Cheyenne in this episode. So Cheyenne, they showed her getting ready for Ryder's birthday party. She did a teacup party, and apparently that is it's a tradition in her family for every girl who, when they turn 5, you do a teacup party. So that was Ryder's theme. Cheyenne, she's the party planning queen. Like, she loves throwing parties. She knows she does a great job at it, so they say. Um, and then after they show clips of Cheyenne's party, which it looks like Ryder's party, it looks like Ryder had a beautiful, wonderful time. Looks like everything was beautiful and it turned out the way they wanted it to be. Um, then we get the update from Cheyenne and Zach that there was actually some other stuff that they had going on, even behind all of that. Like prior to Ryder's birthday, um, they were leaving home, riding in their car. It was her, Zach, the kids, and Zach is saying that something was green on his face. And apparently someone that they know who has been around them, been around the home, been in the home, they tried to shoot him. And with all of this going on, they said the vehicle was shot, their car was shot 13 times. Um, they ended up running into, they said it was a Prius in front of them. They ended up running into the Prius. So not only that, they ended up in a car accident as well in that whole process of trying to get away from whoever this guy was. That was so terrible to hear. I mean, no one wants to go through that. No one wants to hear, no one wants to have that feeling of you being unsafe, or even your kids' safety. And thank goodness that all of them are okay. So they are still having to deal with this guy, right? I don't know if it's right now, but at the time they were still having to go back and forth to court. Um, and then in the end, the guy's lawyer was able to get a continuance on the case, so they still don't have any closure. So she and Zach are really mentally going through some stuff on with all of that, and it's jacked up. But yeah, so that was my thoughts so far. I think it looks like it's going to be a pretty good show, and I will watch next week and we'll see what happens. So that was my mom walking through. She's getting ready to head out to work. So thank you for watching. Let me know what y'all think about the show if you're into it. And yeah, I'll see y'all for the next review that I do. I'm waiting on some more shows to start. They haven't started yet, but I will be back with that. But yeah, let me know what you thought about the show if you're into Teen Mom. I am. And yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week with the next episode. Bye, y'all.